Now I can sit anywhere. What's up, everybody? Thank you for choosing the video. Today I am back out at my bushcraft spot to answer your questions. So, as you can see, got my bushcraft chair disassembled. Got my new chair. I can pretty much sit anywhere now, but we'll get into a review of this chair later on, I think. Today, I'm answering your questions. So we're gonna get a coffee going real quick, and we're gonna get into it. So let's get to work. Make sure you can see me. Okay. We're going propane stove today. It's funny, I actually had somebody comment on one of my videos. I believe it was reviewing my propane stove. And they commented, "Are you sure that's propane?" And then I looked at this can and I was like, "Oh, it's isobutane fuel." So I replied, "You're right, it actually isn't propane. But if we want to get all technical on it, it is sort of a family, it's in the family of propane." So we're both right. I just figured I'd bring that up. So let's get this coffee going quick before the noise picks up again. Make sure you close your stove. Okay, coffee's made. Noise has calmed down somewhat. Real quick though, before I get into answering your questions, I gotta give a shout out to Matt and Jay, who are I've been told like diehard fans of my videos. They watch every video, which I'm not really good at taking compliments. I'm like, but I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, shout out to Matt and Jay. Thank you for the support, watching my videos. Cheers to you. Give you a little clink. Cheers. So let's get into it. Question number one, which actually I found kind of funny because they commented, "The first question, yay me," and I kind of giggled at that, I'm not gonna lie. So question number one is where I'm located. I am in Ontario, Canada, and believe it or not, a lot of my viewers are from the States. In fact, I have more viewers from the States than I do in Canada. So that question kind of made sense to me after looking at my analytics, that a lot of viewers are from the States. So shout out to you, shout out to the US. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Well, after about 45 minutes of waiting, on to question two. Actually, question 2 and 3 are kind of connected. So question 2 is, didn't I move to Saskatchewan? And question 3 is what brought me back to Ontario. It's kind of a two-parter. Why did I delete my old channel? So for people who don't know, in the past, about 2018, I started YouTubing. Got up to about 1,000 subscribers. I did have people, fans I would consider them, or I'm guessing they would consider themselves. So questions like that are from like my old channel. So to answer them, yes, I did move to Saskatchewan. That was like 2020, I want to say. I lived there for a while. I lived in British Columbia for a little bit, and ended up moving back to Ontario. So to answer question number 3, what brought me back to Ontario, that's a little bit of a kind of a personal topic. And I mean, if you know the saying, it's like an open wound. I wouldn't necessarily say it's an open wound, more so than kind of like a scabbed over wound. So short form is I had to. Yeah, I kind of lost everything in Saskatchewan and ended up having to come back to Ontario. It's kind of the short form. Maybe in the future, I'll kind of go over what happened, you know, on a podcast or something. I don't know. Haven't thought that far ahead, but yeah, I did live in Saskatchewan and I moved back. The one question is deleting my channel. Basically, the reason why I deleted my old YouTube channel is because I didn't think that I'd be YouTubing anymore. I hit a point in life where I was happy. with what I had. Didn't think that I was going to YouTube anymore. I just figured I'd live the life that I was living. I instantly regretted it. The second I deleted my channel, I instantly regretted it. I shouldn't have done that. Like the comments said, there was some really good videos that I had, the trips that I had done. There was a lot of footage that is gone. There are pictures on my Instagram, but that's pretty much all I have. And what kind of sucks is you can't save pictures off of your Instagram. You kind of just look at them. But something I thoroughly regret is deleting my old YouTube channel. But at the time, I thought it was the right thing to do. And yeah, not a good time, not gonna lie. I had to start from the bottom again, but can't complain. We hit 300 subscribers. I'm extremely happy. Little side note for you. When I was YouTubing before, it took me about 3 years to hit 1,000 subscribers. So it would have taken me about 8-9 months maybe to hit 100 subscribers. And I'm now 4 months YouTubing and I'm at 300 and change. I can't believe it, honestly. I'm so happy. Thank you all, by the way. Thank you, everybody. My coffee's pretty much done. I'm sitting here. So, question number 4 has actually been asked 3 times, and that is there going to be any camping videos? Are you going to go out camping? The thing about that is, the short answer is yes, I am definitely going to be making camping content. The problem with that right now is that I don't have any camping gear. I lost all of my gear in the past in a flood. All of my gear was absolutely totaled, so I have no camping gear whatsoever. That being said, I am looking at buying camping gear very soon. So very soon there will be camping footage, or camping videos, sorry, going on my channel. The other thing is I am filming with my phone, and my phone is very old. It's an old iPhone, so the battery doesn't last very long, and that kind of worried me as well. I'd get out, I'd go camping, and then at night my phone is dead, right? So that's why I picked up one of these. What's funny, yes, it's pink. It didn't say on the box that it was pink. It just looked like a... Anyways, so this will allow me to charge my phone overnight while I'm camping. So that was another reason why I didn't have camping videos. Also, camping gear, right? If you've looked into it, to be honest, the amount that it costs for camping gear, and I'm going bare minimum. I'm going like a tent, a sleeping bag, a sleeping pad, and a headlamp. And it's almost $300. Like, it's crazy to think how expensive gear is, but we're gonna invest. Not only do I want to camp, but I mean it makes for kind of better content, right? There's only so much you can do in a day trip before you start repeating yourself, is I guess my point. So yes, there is going to be camping videos coming very shortly. I would say September at the latest, we're going to be camping. So question number 5 is actually a really good question, which is like, what was the turning point that made me want to start YouTubing? It's a good question. To be honest, my entire life I've been into the outdoors. You know, at 12 years old, I joined cadets and got a lot of sort of outdoor survival style training. And that's where I was introduced. Actually, that's not true. Right before I joined cadets, I went to sports camp and actually did sort of a portaging trip in Algonquin Park. And that was the turning point for me falling in love with nature, because I'll never forget it to this day. Waking up, and I was probably about 11 or so, give or take, and I got out of the tent and I looked over at the lake, and the lake was just absolute glass. Like, there was no ripples, there was no nothing, it was just completely glass. And right at that moment, I'll never forget it. I was like, this is so beautiful. Like, this is insane that I'm here and how beautiful nature is. And that's when I kind of fell in love with nature. And I mean, even before that, me and my brother would be playing manhunt in the ravine and whatnot. I was always kind of in the woods. And then cadets and that sports camp sort of solidified it for me. It was like, I love nature. I love being in the woods. And when I stumbled across YouTube, it clicked in my head, like I could possibly make money being in nature and just kind of filming stuff in nature. So the turning point for me would have been basically learning that you can kind of get paid from YouTubing and being obsessed with the bush, put it that way. That was kind of a selling point for me. I stumbled across bushcrafters that were on YouTube and was like, I love doing that, and if I could get paid to do that, it's my dream job, put it that way. This is quite literally my dream job, to be in the bush, documenting it, put it that way. Les Strout kind of killed that for me. Survivorman I was like, I want to do that, put it that way. Not so much surviving, but filming being in the bush. Anyways, last question, which I almost forgot, and I'm glad that I didn't, because it really did kind of get my brain going as to whether or not I could figure this out. And the question was whether or not I'd be able to stealth camp here. Now, my first thought to that question was no, like there's no way that, you know. But then I started to think about it more and more, and I was like, well, what could I do to make that possible, right? Like, how could I do that, you know, and get away with it, I guess is a way to put it. And so I've come up with a couple ideas. And to answer that question, I'm not going to say no. So the type of gear that I'm getting as far as camping, I think is going to help out a lot when it comes to stealth camping. And you're going to see that in the future. I'm really excited about it. I've already picked out my gear, so I'm just basically trying to scrounge up money right now to get it going. But I'm really excited about the camping gear that I'm gonna get. So I'm not gonna say no. Take that as you will, which is most likely a yes. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna see what we can do as far as setting up shop here for a night. Well, yeah. No more coffee. I drank it all, waiting for the train. Wait. All right, everybody. That's going to pretty much sum this one up. I'd like to thank everybody for all their questions. Thank you if you consider yourself a fan of mine. I do appreciate it. I consider them fans, you know, like you get 20, maybe 30 views in the first day or the first couple hours of posting a video. I consider those people fans. So if that's you, cheers to you. Thank you very much. I'll probably be doing more of these. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll do more of these if you'd like. Or maybe go live or something. I was talking about that earlier, the other day, the other video. That was like a week ago. All right, everybody. Pretty much sums up this video. Like I said, in 2 days, I'm going to be going and checking out. To you, it's going to be a new patch of woods, but to me, it's actually a patch of woods that I haven't been in, I'd say at least 5 years, 6 years. I haven't been there, so we're going back. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be quiet. It's going to be peaceful, and we're going to look for a bushcraft spot. There's a little insight for you if you watch this. We're going to find a spot that's actually good to build stuff. Yeah, ramble. Anyways, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go home. I've sat here for too long. I'm not gonna lie. This video took a long time to film. All the noise. I'm gonna get on out of here. Go home and edit. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who watches, everybody who subscribes. If you're not subscribed, pretty please hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 500. And then 1,000. We're so close to 500. We're getting there. Alrighty. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers. See, it figures now that I'm done, it's nice and quiet.